Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and I hope you're all ready to get to know the Grim Reaper a little bit better than we already do. Of course, it is that time where we're going to be checking out the Sims 4 Life and Death official gameplay trailer. I feel like this is going to make even more of you simp for the Grim Reaper than you already do. So of course, we're going to do this as usual. We're going to watch it all together, and then we're going to go through and pause and talk about the things that interest me.
Hundreds of thousands of Sims die on any given day. A common misconception is that I'm the one to blame.
Oh, the sky
The
looks
truth is
sick.
that old age, fire, and anger claim more lives than any other forms of death.
Oh, I wonder if that's
Just
true.
The Reaper. Mine is a humble profession that got its start with, well, life. I have many grim
NWDD.
turns who join me in this dutiful career.
I
helping
love
to carry
the
souls
dummy.
to the other side as they advance to Rebirth.
Whoa,
And we
that
have a
outfit
very
is
high
sick.
percentage rate of hitting our weekly quotas.
So you
Those
literally
who
just
alive
reap
taste
souls.
like death certainly improve our odds. You all know who you are. But hey, you have to admit these Sims seize every moment.
This poor Sim. Oh, not the meteor. I still don't think I've actually had that death like naturally when I've not been trying.
With their life is staggering. Taking ownership of your life's journey can have many benefits after all. Your wants, traits, aspirations, these contribute to a life. Take it from me, they're not enough. A bucket list, however, is a scientifically proven method of ensuring you find fulfillment. You can always scrap the list, start over, or do more.
Sorry, I'm so engrossed in
Better
this.
to do today what you could have done tomorrow. You never know when the cold touch of death will find you. Sorry. In fact, I'd seriously consider getting a will drawn up if I were you. 7 out of 10.
Why is there just a will writer? Will write.
Your affairs
Well,
in order. It may be your last chance. To
I
tell
hated
those
you
who
all.
leave their
Fuck all you
hearts how they
bitches.
truly feel about them. Did you know the earliest grave markers are almost as old as me? I am fascinated with the many ways you living
okay,
souls
so there's
avoid
different
life.
graves that you can set.
If I had lips, I'd be smiling. Sorry, I've been told I lack a certain connection.
He doesn't have lips or teeth. That is
I
very
have an
true.
affinity for those whose defining trait is the macabre. But there are also skeptics among you. I get it. I'll do better. TLDR, point is, you died. Now what? At the time of death, most souls think it's game over.
Not the
No.
raspberry fart.
There's a whole state of life.
Become playable
waiting
ghost, become
beyond
free
the
roaming.
veil.
Rebirth.
Hey, I get it. It's a lot. I'm a lot. This whole thing, it's a lot. You can
It is a
choose to
lot.
move
It's a
on,
lot to take in, Grim. Move to the great beyond.
but there are also resources to help you cope.
Not the ghost
And even
meeting.
if you finished your bucket list, you may find you have new desires as a ghost. And new powers to help you complete your
Okay,
unfinished
there's the skill tree.
You can use your powers for good to make life a little easier for others. Or ride the line of neutrality and keep the status quo. On the other hand, maybe you want to get a little nasty.
Yeah, I want to know what the negative
No
ones
judgments
are.
here, literally. I have
Levitator.
no morality.
You can just steal money from
How
Sims.
wonderful. Dimitri
Is that Scrooge?
completed his unfinished business.
Burning
I respect
soul.
the soul that finishes what they've started. Now Dimitri's ghostly powers won't get burnt out. And should he choose to be reborn, he'll basically, I don't know, be better than he was the first time around.
Okay, so you can be
It's a real
reborn
hot button issue back at the office.
in the
Simply put,
lake,
it is
the bog.
possible to bring pieces of yourself into your next life. Things like childhood skills and reward traits. You can start fresh at any age. Even change your appearance. Come back as your own great-grandchild.
That's kind of sick. I love that element of it. They just float down like that? Oh no.
But a whole new aspect of life is available to those who return to the living.
Oh, there's never subject. And Olive. Try for baby confirmed. Oh my goodness gracious me. We can try for a baby with the Grim Reaper. That was so much. I feel like I was so silent. I do apologize, but I was literally just like engrossed. I want to know all the information. I felt like when I was reading the blog post, I was like, oh my word, there's literally so much. Like, I don't think my little brain can handle this. I kind of love this blouse. I was at the beginning like, oh, I don't really know if this creator sim is gonna be for me. I think the more I see of it, the more I actually enjoy it. Like, I really like this jacket. I like those jeans. I wonder if cow plants, when they actually die, because obviously when they die right now, they become a skull. I wonder now if they become a ghost, like if you want them to be, or if this is like a different type of cow plant that maybe you have to like fish for. We've obviously got the little like crypts back, the mausoleums that we had with The Sims 3 and different gravestones. This is so sick. This sky, this area looks really, really cool. I wonder if this death is actually gonna replace like the old age death that we currently have, or if this is just gonna come in the pack. I don't know if it'll just work naturally, like if your sim is sleeping, or if you literally have to do an interaction to like go to your deathbed. It'll be interesting to see, because right now like sims can just die from old age at any time. Like they can just like go to sleep on the floor. Never in my life, this seems like false advertisement, have seen a fire get this bad in The Sims 4. I simply refuse to believe that this can happen. Sims 3, yeah. Sims 4, absolutely not. So this looks like an actual lot. This is an active sim. You can see the plumb bob above their head. This reminds me of Get to Work, which is what I said when I read the blog post, that this was going to be like an active career, like the acting gig in Get Famous and all the Get to Work careers, where you actually travel to a specific lot and like actually partake in your day. Don't know if you maybe get here through like the portal, or if it just like teleports you here, like it says, do you want to join them on the work day? And you go. I like how he's just like here. Like you can quite clearly build a relationship with Grim whilst being at work. It seems like he just goes about his daily tasks and like also kind of watches you. I also love how the Grim terms seem to be shown off by what kind of like charms they wear. It feels like Dead by Daylight, where you collect different charms to show off on your outfit. Like clearly this person is under Grim, helping to carry souls to the other side as they advance to Reapers. Oh, so maybe this is actually where they put like souls. It reminds me of the underworld in Hercules. Isn't that where all the souls are like floating in like a portal? Because Hercules goes in there and like the life starts to drain from him. I also think that is a thing in Spooky Island, the Scooby-Doo film, which is hands down one of my favorite films ever made. So maybe this is where they like release the souls. I imagine this is probably like a level 10 career unlock, but that's so sick with like the glowing plumb bobs. And this is an active sim as well, so I feel like it's gonna be like the detective career, you know, like when you get a case and then you can physically travel to the lot and do things on the lot and help crack the case and like find the suspect and stuff. This actually feels like you'll be able to go to the reaping yourself. I have not been paying attention to the subtitles. I do apologize. Grim Reaper, I'm gonna put some respect on your name. High percentage rate of hitting our weekly quotas. Not you having quotas with the Grim Reaper. I'm real sorry, but I gotta reap this soul. You know, my boss, he's been breathing down my neck recently. Ooh, new kitchen, new kitchen, new kitchen. Not a builder, but that is nice. nice. I love this suit with like the jagged edges as well. Kind of shocked that we're not getting zombies. I will say, I'll be the one to say it. I know that they've given more detail to like ghosts, but I think I also would have loved to see like zombies as like a minor occult like we had in The Sims 3. Love the look of that rug over there. I absolutely love this hair. You know what this hair is going to go perfect with? That one full bodysuit that we have in high school years that also is like this color, or it might be like a cream and a brown. It looks like a Neapolitan ice cream. It always reminds me of that. So this is the chased by death trait that was mentioned in the blog post. Certainly improve our odds. You all know who you are. So I'm going to assume that chased by death, they just have like a higher rate of like actually dying. Oh, the little crow outfit on the toddler. That is so cute. I love these trousers. We got the new swing set. These Sims sees every moment. Yeah, this Sim is just dying repeatedly. Honestly, I feel like Grim was like him. The ghost train in the back as well reminds me of the ghost horse that we can sometimes see in Chestnut Ridge. Because Grim seems to have like spared this Sim a lot. This looks like a like fortune telling or tarot reading tent. I wonder if this is like actually interactable. Obviously we know you can do tarot, but we've kind of just seen people like sat at a table doing tarot. Woohoo in a coffin. So we're getting coffins with this, which for right now, we still only have them in vampires, but we are also getting them as a base game reward in the Reaper's reward. This is like skills, job. This looks like aging up. This looks like maybe retirement or in your elderly age. And then this was like the reborn thing. Your wants, traits, aspirations. Is this the ghost that they mentioned on the EA app information? I can't remember her name. She's a skeleton. Oh my god, what if she's like Grimm's wife? Not me like physically trying to see under her veil, like trying to see, not gonna lie, I don't know why, but kind of giving Bella Goth a little bit. Ghost historian, new aspiration. Okay, interesting. I am intrigued. They still don't really explain the soul's journey, I feel like. It's still not given all the information. But then we get the bucket list, which what was the other thing that we could do? What was the other option? Make heirloom. We've already seen that on heirloom eligible on one of the screenshots that we saw from one of the developers that I showed actually off in my everything you might have missed about life and death. So it seems that this is on like a number of objects that you can obviously then potentially like pass down in your will, which is something that I have been wanting to see for ages. I just so hope that they apply this to like more items and not like only the ones in this pack. Like there's been so many things in other packs where I've been like, this would be so perfect as a family heirloom, and I hope that they've gone back and like looked at loads of different objects. But bucket list, scrap bucket list, write the perfect goal, write goal from category, or write goal. Good that you can scrap it if maybe something has changed, like shifted in your Sim's life and you're like, oh, that goal really doesn't like add up. Peak as an artist. I wonder what peaking is considered. Like maybe creating like a masterpiece and selling it for a certain amount. Just nap, I guess. I don't know how napping is considered a bucket list thing. Like that just feels so ridiculous. I really hope that bucket lists aren't like super easy, because I feel like a bucket list should be like a life thing, you know? Find the well of longing and regret. Also, what happens if you complete your bucket list? Is that one of these little items? Doesn't look all that different from the well that we actually got in Romantic Garden. I imagine it's gonna work pretty much the same. The new greenhouse stuff. Oh, this is amazing. These windows are stunning. I also love the rug and also this rocking chair. This poof is really cute. I'm actually really liking the furniture. I think it's gonna fit in well with like Realm of Magic, paranormal stuff. Then we've got the will right over here. I don't even care if that wasn't a pun. I love the coffee maker. The fact that this is so silly. Like, could they not have given this as like a little lot that you could go to that maybe you could write stuff in? The fact that it's just like happening outside. Like, what if it's absolutely pissing it down in this world? It's just like not gonna work, is it? Ask about funerals, ask about heirlooms, ask about wills, or start will. This is an inheritance lawyer. I like to think that they're just kind of like the bear. It feels like they're doing tutorials now through like NPC sims rather than like only in an aspiration, which I for one can get behind. Here's hoping that we don't have aspirations that just feel like walkthroughs of the pack. But this sim, I love also the two-tone. The hairs I really, really like, especially with like the highlights. Heirlooms, sim remains, simoleons, so you can leave money. I'm assuming this is like the urn. You can choose like what the gravestone is going to look like, or maybe who they go to. I don't know. And then leave a personal note. So you set the emotion. We're going to set it as playful. I feel like this is when people like read the will. Obviously, we saw the two siblings in the past trailer reacting to it, and they were both angry about it because I think that the dad left everything to the youngest sibling. So they both like had beef because they were like, but we have kids. Like, where's our money? The personal note is, I hated you all. That would make me giggle. You know what? Fair. I mean, at least they were honest to the last moment. And then I'm assuming not the ghost. Okay, anti-hero music video. I kind of wish that there was like a random one, or I kind of wish that you didn't have to set the emotion. I wish that like, depending on the relationship you had with a sim or what you actually left to them, actually set the emotion. I don't know. It feels like a bit micromanagey. That's always one of my biggest critiques of The Sims 4 is the fact that it feels like you as a player have to decide every little thing, and you have to be like the director of drama or humor or whatever it may be, whereas older Sims games like really had that like tied into its core and it was quite randomized. It just always feels like in The Sims 4 you have to put in the energy and the effort to actually like make those story driven moments, and this just feels like the epitome of it, along with unfortunately the funerals feeling like they're just gonna copy the My Wedding Stories programming. Looks like you can also customize these. Oh, you can lay a book down. I actually want to do a video of like a wish list, which is quite hard actually, because I feel like they've given us so much information when it comes to this pack. But I do want to do a wish list in Sunday's video. So if there's anything that you specifically want, let me know down in the comments that you maybe haven't seen, or maybe you're slightly concerned about when it comes to these trailers. But I was hoping that you could like leave offerings and like things on grave sites that kind of like show off a person's like personality, because I always think that's a really sweet way for the living to kind of show their love for someone. You can choose this to be an urn or a gravestone, and then you can select your gravestone. We already know, I don't even know if this has happened yet, but there is a mermaid gravestone, an urn that is coming. I kind of wish that there was like a flat headstone or like a couple of different like variants, kind of like this, but maybe like a block. I love these trousers. I think this is one of my favorite pieces of Creator Sim, and that's fully because I would absolutely wear them. Also, love those boots. How am I only 2 minutes into this? Here's Never Subject. Also, we've got new plugs for our ears, or stretchers. I don't know. Why can't I remember what these are called? Macabre is a new trait that we are getting with this. I'm assuming that they just like really like enthuse about the Grim Reaper. And then there's skeptics, which obviously probably don't believe in like an afterlife, don't believe in ghosts. I mean, most souls think it's game over, because if you were a single sim household, this is what used to came up. But then rewind. Now it looks like we are getting a new updated version of that. Aletta has passed away. Begin a new chapter of life by becoming a ghost. Exciting ghostly powers await in the afterlife. Perhaps Aletta has some unfinished business to attend to. You can also choose to relinquish control of Bruce and allow him to stick around, spelling error here, made it in, as a free roaming ghost. Who is Bruce? Rebirth into a new life with fading faded memories of those you once knew. I wonder if like you are reborn and then you do start to interact with a sim that you knew. I wonder if there's like special interactions that you can do, and then over time you can like learn that you actually do remember them. That would be so cool. You will be taken into managed worlds to select a household to rebirth your new sim into. If you've earned the burning soul trait, your soul will be able to manifest pieces of past personality traits along with certain others. If you choose to rebirth as a younger sim, you'll have certain developmental skills immediately unlocked, giving you a head start in your new journey. I'm going to assume, for example, if you like come back as a toddler then and you have the burning souls, then you're already up in like your toddler skills. Become a playable ghost or become a free roaming ghost. I don't really know the difference between these two. Like if you're a free roaming ghost, then surely it would just like be game over anyway because you're not playing as them. Or maybe that's not there. Like if you are only the single sim in a household, maybe you just have to become a playable ghost. He's like, I told you ghosts existed, because she was a skeptic. Possess, move on to the great beyond. So if you decide that you don't want to play a ghost anymore, I'm assuming that you can just be like, okay, my unfinished business is done. Like I can like go into the afterlife now and I can be not a ghost anymore. You can also mourn your past life, display as. I'm going to assume that that's just choosing like which different urn you want. The ghosts who can't come to terms with the fact that they have passed away. Even if you have finished your bucket list, you may find you have new desires as a ghost. So this changes from your bucket list to unfinished business. Ghost woohoo, comfort the living, become a supreme ghost. I'm going to assume that means like get to level 5 as a ghost, kind of the same way as like master vampire. So ghostly chaos. This looks like the need fulfillment or like no needs necessary. This looks like super strong ghost. This looks like repair and like clean up. That's something that I didn't want these to be, was just like cheats, kind of like Realm of Magic is. I was kind of hoping that they would be a little bit more lethal. This looks like possessing items, maybe haunting, like flickering the lights on and off. It definitely feels like you can scare sims. You can go to sleep in your urn, maybe. You can do the transient, is that the word I'm looking for? Woohoo, where you can basically woohoo anywhere if you're a ghost. Is your soul ready to embrace the next chapter? Not me guessing that this was going to be the rebirth item with the feckin' phoenix. By choosing to rebirth, you will set forth on a new journey as a new sim, leaving your current life behind with no chance of return. You will be taken to managed worlds to select the household where your new life will unfold, and will have the opportunity to fully customize your reborn self and create a sim. Whilst funds, relationship, and achievements from this life will be lost, if you have already unlocked the coveted burning soul trait, you'll be able to retain one personality trait with the recall past life self interaction, along with certain others using the peer into soul interaction available on mirrors. If you choose to rebirth as a younger sim, certain developmental skills will be immediately unlocked. Now the threads of fate lie before you. The choice to weave a new destiny can be made when you're ready. Will you choose to rebirth now? Rebirth now or do not rebirth now? I didn't realize that we got a full map view. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 like proper lots, and then you kind of got this one off to the side. This looks like the Grim place. It looks like a house with like a big scythe over it. So I'm assuming this is actually where you go to do the job, which also means that this is likely to be editable. Kind of like the Realm of Magic graveyard. We already know that this is a lot type. You can build graveyards in any world, which I am so thankful about. This is the thing though, I kind of wish they had gone into a little bit more detail on like if they remembered you. It is weird that they just like appear. Not weird for like us as like the playable sim, I guess, but it's just weird if you think about it. Like if that other family are just like chilling, like why do they randomly get like a child? Nancy's like, I need a vacation. I've got like an infant on my hands again. My children were fully grown. What the hell has happened? Justice for Jeffrey. Good dad. And I am still a believer of that. Supportive father. I just think the rebirth feels a little bit weird. I don't know. I don't know how they would have gone about it any other way. Like, it seems like because you can only come from Create a Sim, you can't be a newborn. So it's not like you can write into the story like, oh, this family like decided to have a baby, unless maybe you go from infant and you're just like, well, they've had the baby and now like this is the sim, and you just kind of ignore that animation. But I do think it feels a little strange, especially when you start like thinking about it from the other perspective of like the other household, and you're just like, where the hell did we pluck this one from? Or this like random sim has just like decided to move in, which sometimes does happen in our games. So I guess I'm just thinking about it too deeply. Nervous subject was Grimm's child, so canonically it makes sense for Olive and Grimm to be like in love with each other. I still want to know who the other dude is. There were a couple of things that I missed that I quickly want to go over. So there's this one right here.
Dimitri's ghostly powers won't get...
So the powers won't get burnt out. That makes me think that ghosts actually... Oh, now he has the skeleton hands. I wonder if all ghosts have that, or if it's like a burning soul thing. Like when they do get the burning soul, then they go like this. That's pretty sick. But I'm assuming that it works like spellcaster, like vampiric powers, where the more powers you actually do, then the more it can drain you. That's still why you like need to sleep, because that builds like the power back up. And then the other bit is actually in Create a Sim, because what the hell is this? What is that? These are likes and dislikes. This is the aspiration. Is this for maybe like the bucket list? But the bucket list seemed to be done like actually within the game, like through that journal that we saw. So like, what the heck is this second like question mark? So there we have it. That's kind of a little deeper look at the rest of the gameplay. I mean, that I still have some questions, that's for sure. I really want to test out like how Rebirth works. Like, I get that it's cool for storytelling, but I think it could potentially be lacking when it comes to like how Sims actually react, what you do and don't remember. Like right now, it just seems like a little life hack to get some of your skills back, and I really hope it's more personal than that. Also, don't know how that's going to work with family trees. That'll be interesting to see. They also didn't show off the second career, but I'm fairly sure the second career is just like a rabbit hole career, so it's not really surprising that they didn't show that off. I'm excited about the ghost historian. I think that will be a really cool aspiration. And then obviously bucket list and like soul's journey. I'm excited to see what actually like goes into your soul's journey, because whilst they were talking about like the bucket list, it just kind of feels quite easy for what a bucket list should be. Like, I would expect a bucket list being like visit every world like in The Sims 4, or like every world that you own. That just feels like more bucket listy than the actual ones that we've seen in this. It kind of just feels like a glorified aspiration, but you can add to it. They did say like you can add more. This didn't answer everything that I wanted to know. Like I said, I am gonna have that wishlist video up, but it is quite difficult because I feel like this is honestly the first expansion pack probably since like Cottage Living where it feels like they've given us so much detail. So I'm really gonna have to step away and be like, what have they not told us, and what do I actually still want to know more about, or like hope works kind of a different way to maybe what it was confirmed in this trailer. I definitely have feelings about wills and how they're gonna work, so I'm gonna get into that in that video, which will be up on Sunday. But let me know how you feel about this. How do you feel about this trailer? I appreciate you all so much, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.